Welcome back, friends. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful day, evening, or night. You know, right now there's spiritual warfare going on, as it always has been. There's nothing new under the sun. We need to be in prayer. We need to definitely be in meditation. I'm going to tell you, the last couple of days, I don't know what's going on out there in the ethers, but there's a lot going on. I had to really do my own sit down at a point in time, because even I don't know my emotions from just the observation and the energies that have been nesting. People think that others are doing things against them, but in a lot of cases it's karma coming back for all the things that you did beforehand. How dare you forget what you sent out there if you sent something in ill will? Even a thought, if you think badly of another individual. I made this example just the other day. If you're sitting here and there's a person across the way and you're thinking evil of them, they're going to pull their head up and you're probably going to they're probably going to connect eyes, and that person is not going to want to look in your direction. Or they're going to look in your direction and be very upset with you. And they don't even understand. They don't understand why they're feeling that way. All they know is what they felt come to them. That's how strong energy can be. That's how guys get into fights all the time. Hey, yo, what you looking at, man? It turns into that type of thing. It's important that we look at that, because I'm telling you, when people are sending negativity to you, and people do it all the time. You have to sometimes go into prayer and say, God, please help me to get out of this situation. Help me to move forward and ignore this person. Because I'm going to have to, because a lot of guys get like that. They get feisty. They don't know why it is that they got angry. They went from 0 to 100 just that quickly. It was that energy that they felt. We all have energy. Why don't we why don't we, use our resources for something better? Sometimes we are all in our head and we think that another person is doing something to us. Listen, we're all human. It has happened to me. I've felt certain things and I'm saying, wait a minute now. In most cases, what I do when that happens is I go ahead and, like I said, I go into prayer, or I go into nature. Nature gives you the information that you need and that you can actually utilize. It's really important that we be in prayer, because, like I said, we're going through a spiritual warfare, and with this warfare going on, people are getting attacked. And when I say attacked, I don't mean somebody's jumping at you, getting ready to fight you, or whatever. I'm saying that the energy, when you feel a certain amount of energy, you want to feel good energy. Like I said, you're around another person and they're happy, those vibrations and that energy goes up, and you're like, oh wow, I'm feeling good, because this person is maybe telling a joke, or maybe doing something that's uplifting your spirits. Okay, when we have those type of people around us, we should embrace those people, because those people are promoting good things happening. When you have a person like that, you can you can speak things into existence, as they say. Earlier today, I had an associate that I met up with who was having issues with her feet, and the shoes that she purchased were not fitting correctly, and she really just wanted some flip-flops. And I was telling her where she could get some from, and then we kept talking about flip-flops. I tell you not, I kid you not, somebody came and pulled up and offered her a pair of flip-flops. You see that? You can speak things into existence. Now, I'm not going to say they happen that fast. It's like when you say, you know what, I want an ice cream cone. I didn't even get to say that today. And a relative came and gave me, some ice cream. I thought that was a very sweet gesture, We really need to begin to look at and evaluate where we stand. Because if we're going to continue to send anything out, if you continue to send anything out that you don't like, what ends up happening is it backfires and it comes right back to you. Because if you want something good to come to you, you send good out. A lot of people, even people who I know, have been forgetting that lately. And the reason why they're forgetting is because all these different rights people have now to be able to carry things. But the government can give you permission for a lot of things. You can have permission to drive, but with that permission that permission comes with a big responsibility, and it might come as the first thing, a driver's license. And now you have permission to get on that road and drive all you want, but you have to make sure that you're making the right choices while you're even driving. One negative thought, one ill intent can turn into something else because you're distracted. You're a distracted driver. Focus on your focus and get the job done. So if you can focus like that because you're going to receive money from your job, act as though you're being paid to be nice to other people. Maybe you'll be nicer to them. Let us really begin to evaluate where we sit in the situation. Because we all, like I said, make mistakes, but we want to make as few mistakes as possible. So part of doing that is making better choices. And even have a man or a girl, somebody beside you, and you'll call them your checkmate. And they'll check you when you're not doing something right, and you check them when they're not doing something right. That also will allow a friendship to develop, because you're developing it with good intentions, and you're starting off on the right track, loving yourself. And then if you can love yourself, then you can love that person, and vice versa. But let us begin to really acknowledge our part in the situation and move forward. I was disappointed today for some of the things that were going on. It's the channeling. If a person, let's say you're not preparing. One thing, I used to love that movie. I think I watched that movie so many times that I probably willed it to myself. I was watching that ghost movie, one of the last movies I saw with my mom before she passed. I really liked that movie because it was so crazy. So, some of the things that were happening, And sometimes we will ask for a gift. In some cases, you don't say that you want it in your words, but your actions, you're watching something, you're, constantly pulling that energy in. And then you receive certain things, you say, wow, I didn't know it could happen like this. There's going to be a lot of that happening more recently, because a lot of people are waking up to spirituality on another level. Like I said, this guy who was blessed with so many different gifts, and he used those gifts through manipulation and hurting women. So now God has taken his gift back, and he's frustrated and wanted to take it out on somebody else. But this is God's way of waking you up to your wrong and showing you that there is a better way. Now he'll do it gently at first. Hopefully you grasp it so we don't have to worry about, any more time being taken away for this. But it's a lovely thing being you, especially when you choose to make better choices. We all have to be checked sometimes, and check ourselves too. So in checking ourselves, let us look at, did we do everything that we set out to do today? Okay, we didn't get everything done, but we got some things done. That's an accomplishment. Did we be nice to other people around us? Did we share with other people? Once you think of all those different things, you're doing so much already. Doing too much to think in such a low vibration. As my grandmother used to say, that is a very ugly way of thinking. And she'd have you check yourself by her saying that. Because nobody wants to be ugly. Everyone wants to be beautiful. Everyone wants to be unique. What is making you ugly? Is it the way in which you're treating other people? Is it the way you're thinking? Is it the way that you're behaving? let us try to be mindful of being better so that we can make this world a better place as well. Thank you so much for joining us today. It is so lovely being you. You have a good one.